Hello. Okay, so impact whenever two particles collide, yan yung impact. Tapos, ayan, merong types ng impact saka parts ng impact. First, kapag nag-collide kasi sila, ito, plane of impact ang tawag or contact plane. Tapos, kung ano yung perpendicular na yon, perpendicular line within that, yun yung tinatawag na line of impact. Tapos, we can classify impact into two, central and eccentric. Ito is based on the mass center, and then they can be classified again if direct or oblique. Direct if the velocities are on the same line, on the line of impact. If oblique, if they are traveling at an angle. So first, for direct central impact, ayan, check muna natin tong graph, figure. So first, assuming na mas mabilis yung A kaysa sa B, at A point, magko-collide sila. So, magkakaroon sila ng same velocity U at A point. Tapos, after that, depende sa kanilang properties is hihiwalay na ulit sila after nung point of contact, and then they will have different velocities na. So ayun, from conservation of momentum, we will have this equation 13.37. So equal lang ang total momentum of all of the system. So lagi naman, if going right, the velocity, the quantities are positive. So if going right, they are positive, and if going left, they are negative. Now, checking figure 13.22. Focus tayo dun sa ball A, sa particle A. So dito makikita natin at the period of deformation, at first meron siyang mass A, velocity A, and then ito is yung force applied by B. So syempre may force applied yung B, kunyari may ganyan. So ito yon. So since pointing to the left, minus the integral of P dt, where P is the force exerted by B, equal siya sa mass times U, which is yung U nga is yung same velocity at the maximum deformation. Okay. Now, since tapos na yung period of deformation, doon naman tayo sa period of restitution. Ano yung restitution? Since kung sa period of deformation is the particle is deformed, period of restitution, doon either, depende sa properties nga, kung magre-return to original shape, kung mag-stick together sila both, or paano behave yung particle after the deformation. At this period, magsisimula na tayo dun sa ito pala ay scalar muna siya. So from here, since after period of deformation of the period of restitution, doon na tayo mag-start. So mass of A times the velocity U. Gamitan natin small. Walang buntot kasi yung work ay may ganon yung work. Ito na lang, ganyan na lang. minus plus or minus na rin, minus ulit the integral of r dt. What is r? Is the force. Ganun pa rin, force pa rin na ine-exert nung B since imagine andito pa rin tayo sa time na to pero tapos na yung deformation, may ine-exert pa ring force yung B pero apunta na sila dito sa point na to is equal to yun ang final. Ito na nga kasi ito hinati natin to sa two timelines. We have the period of deformation and then after the deformation we will have the period of restitution. Now the final momentum is MAV prime A. Now merong lalabas na equal the coefficient of restitution. Ito na yung magsasabi kung paano magbe-behave, kung either kung yun na yung magsabi kung elastic ang collision, inelastic, kung didikit ba or hindi. So mamaya na yun, pero ang coefficient of restitution is given by E, which is the ratio of the force during restitution and the impulse in the force, kasi force times distance is force times change in time is impulse over yung impulse at the period of deformation PDT. So the value of E is always between 0 and 1. So if 1 is siya ay perfectly elastic, and if 0 it is inelastic. Okay, so if we will get natin to, makukuha natin E is equal to what is r dt, MAU minus MAV prime A over yung sa PDT is MAVA minus MAU. Then we can cancel yung MA kasi ilalabas siya. So iiwan natin ay E is equal to U minus V prime A over VA minus U. Ang U is yung velocity nila at maximum deformation. So we will have another equation, 13.41. Okay. Since ito ay sa A, kapag sa B, for particle B, ganun din. Pero magbabaliktad lang siya since yung mga forces ay babaliktad. Itong PDT is babaliktad. So, makukuha E is equal to V prime B, babaliktad lang, minus U. Over U minus velocity B. Okay. So, ito ay ating 13.42. Now, kung parehas yan E, ibig sabihin equal sila pareho. Pag inequate natin yan, E is equal to U, U minus V prime A over VA minus U is equal to V prime B minus U over U minus VB. Ayan, equal sila. Pwede nating E is equal to U minus V prime A, U minus VB is equal to V prime B minus U, VA minus U. Huwag na nating i-derive yon, basta ayan na, nasa book naman. Kapag sinimplify sila is lalabas V prime B, lalabas is V prime B minus V prime A is equal to E times V A minus VB. Meron na tayong formula 13.43. Formula how to get the final velocity after collision or initial velocity after collision given that we have the coefficient of restitution E. Or pwede din naman kunin ang coefficient of restitution given the velocities. With this, pwede rin kasi siyang pag sinerge, ang E is equal to V prime B minus V prime A over VA minus VB. Ang kalimitang definition din ng constitution. Coefficient of restitution is the ratio of the relative velocity after collision over relative velocity before collision. So, yun ang isa sa mga definitions ng coefficient of restitution kapag sinerge. So, we will have two particular cases of impact. If the E is equal to 0 and E is equal to 1, yun yung sinasabi ko kanina. So, if E is equal to 0, ang tawag is perfectly plastic or minsan is inelastic, perfectly inelastic, ganon. Kapag E is equal to 0, ibig sabihin, no period of restitution, ibig sabihin, magdidikit sila, after impact is magkadikit na sila. Ibig sabihin nun, V prime B is equal to V prime A is equal to the final velocity since magkadikit na sila after impact. Pwede nating isulat yung equation na to, 13.37. Ito yung kanina. Ibig sabihin, mass AVA plus MB VB, since isa na lang, is equal to the sum of A plus mass B times the final velocity of both. Another case naman is perfectly elastic. Ito yung laging sinasabi na wala naman sa real world, pero ayun, kapag the relative velocities before and after impact are equal, ibig sabihin V prime B minus V prime A is equal to VA minus VB. Ibig sabihin, yung velocities nila before impact is same lang sa velocity nila after impact. Okay.